Doggy! Oh, there's other traders around. Probably should find a place to stash all my alchemic crafting ingredients and stuff. Can't do anything about the hanged people.
So how's it going, dear? Everything all right at the household?
You should pray more. Youngsters screaming in the daytime, the old man moaning at night.
And how do you find country life? Was it worth it? Marrying an Edirne?
Love is where you find it.
You're young and naive. You'll return to Flotsam in tears not a year from now.
Huh.
Hey!
What's up? Just having a chat with the folk of town, you know, how you do. People selling fish. Very fancy symbols there. And all these people have names.
Promise me you'll get those whoresons, Witcher.
We'll see.
Welcome.
Yeah, all these people have names. It's interesting. How am I supposed to know if these people are gonna be, you know,
welcome,
playing dice or something? Let's go inside. Erwin?
Charmed.
Indeed. Well, I guess here's where you all are. Where's Triss? Oh, there she is.
Greetings.
Triss.
How's it living with Roach's soldiers?
Splendid. I know every shit joke that anyone's ever thought up. Plus, I've learned how to burp out the official title of the Emperor of Nilfgaard without reaching for beer. Shorty's told me about his 16 children, all named after Temerian troop divisions, and I know his nickname has nothing to do with his manhood. Nice to know that you care, though.
Glad to see you in a good mood.
I think I actually like them. They're good people. One of them even proposed to me.
Who's the brave man?
Sorry, that's a secret.
And here I thought Roach's boys had an ounce of respect for me. The massacre in Rivia, it came back to me, I remember. The angry mob murdering non-humans, a young boy with a pitchfork.
Anything else?
Death, or a state close to it, I'm not sure. I felt life draining out of me.
I was there. I arrived a moment later.
Don't worry, Triss. They're only memories. We have bigger problems to tackle now. Something tells me that in recovering my memory, I'll find out a lot about what we're dealing with now.
It's gonna be a long journey until I do recover my memory, though. It's gonna be the whole game.
Thieves and bandits everywhere. Say something, or did you just fart?
I did not fart. I do remember that line, though.
It's a dog's life, Geralt, I'll tell you that much.
Well, yeah, being in the company of these two, I suppose.
Damn, that was close. Innkeep! Vodka!
Triss Marigold. Lice eat me, but you are a treat to behold. Just a little pale.
Magic takes its toll, but I'll be all right. Good to see you in your beard again.
Can somebody tell me what happened? You set off a month ago for Zoltan's wedding.
That got fucked. There will be no wedding.
Did you hear about Foltest?
Rumors travel faster than the wind.
Winds and rumors. I want to know the truth.
I want to know how Foltest died. And the dragon, was there really one there? And who rules Temeria now?
Dandelion, calm down. You'll choke on your liquor. The dragon. Well, the dragon appeared, and that's all I know.
But where did the Lavalettes get a dragon? We heard it fought on their side, huge as a barn, they say.
Dragons don't usually take sides. Maybe its lair was nearby and it just felt threatened.
If you hadn't driven it off, Foltest might not have taken the castle.
Maybe. We'll never know for sure. No wedding, Zoltan.
The Breckenrigs broke off the engagement because some limp prick put it about that I joined the uprising in Vizima. My would-be pop-in-law refused to let a rebel firebrand join the family. Innkeep, where's our drink?
It was like this. We got to Mahakam a week after the Grand Master died. Bought Zoltan an absolutely grand doublet, a pair of Garibaldi Krakau's, and as a gift for Eudora, a jade stone as big as my fist.
We were broke as a joke by the time Dandelion threw me a bachelor party at an establishment called the Tight Lane.
Next day, we went over to the Breckenrigs. They welcomed us in, sat us down, and proceeded to discuss the superiority of Mahakaman mining know-how over any other. and that went on until dinner. Just when I thought I'd learned more than I ever wanted to know about mining, they served the soup.
You could have held a pen drop. Old Breckenridge rose and he says, "A real dwarf works a mine, not chases fame on the battlefield."
You'll never believe this, girls, but they served duck blood soup. It was as black as tar. They must have dropped lumps of coal into the pot.
"Eat," Breckenridge says, then proceeded to slop 2 full bowls of the shite. Old goat. Hope his mind caves in on his head.
The wedding got called off because of a soup, or was it just him taking the piss, really? I think it is him taking the piss.
Since when have you worked for Roach?
Hey, nobody said a word when you went out to save Temeria from the Grand Master and his mutants.
Relax, Dandelion. I was just asking. Do what you want. You're an adult, kind of.
That wasn't very supportive.
Laugh away. At least I decided to do something constructive.
You used to spy for Redania. Now you're spying for Temeria. Some might call you a traitor.
Ever tried to live off of poetry alone? The truth is, I'm a citizen of the world. As long as I don't serve Emperor Emir, I'm not doing any harm.
Leave him be, Geralt. He'll play the spy a bit, get bored, and drop it. You know how he is.
As long as he's not serving the Emperor, huh?
Laredo said you're working with the Scoia'tael, Zoltan.
I have done many things in my life, Geralt, but I have never stooped to banditry.
The Scoia'tael don't consider themselves bandits.
But I am no Scoia'tael.
It's kind of interesting because the first time we meet Zoltan in the first game, he is being accosted because he's being accused of being Scoia'tael, if I'm not mistaken. It's very early in the game as well. I think it's probably the first big moral choice that you're given, a choice that has consequences later on, in the sense, of course, that Zoltan will tell you about the consequences, but still.
Triss, you're the expert on Temeria. Tell us who's in charge now.
It's chaotic and getting worse. The old families are fighting for supremacy, no holds barred.
Baron Kimbalt and Count Marivel, I bet.
Among others.
After the assassination, while Geralt was in the dungeon, the lords convened in a field near Lavalette Castle to choose a new ruler.
3 days they debated, and it looked more like a bazaar than a meeting of nobles. Except the trade was in court and ministry positions, spheres of influence, royal privileges.
Humans.
In spite of several duels and 2 poisonings, no king was chosen. Civil war was in the air.
Several poisonings. All of them just like being like, "Ah, my guts might be rotting, but I will still cast my vote against you."
Where were the mages?
Aye. Where were the grey eminences of this world when they were truly needed?
They weren't invited. Neither was I. But if not for their intervention, or rather that of a few influential sorceresses, Baron Kimbalt would have taken the throne.
I was invited to sing at his court once. Afterwards, he refused to pay me, and the food was awful. No way I'll stay in Temeria if he's crowned.
Yeah.
Did they ultimately resolve anything?
No. It ended as usual. Sadly, John Natalis remains our only hope.
Ah, the victor at Brenna, and Foltest's most tried and true field commander.
During the deliberations, he was several days' march from Lavalette lands, with an additional 2,000 armed men in tow. He's to keep the peace until a rightful monarch is chosen.
He could find that ruling is to his liking.
Natalis is a soldier at heart. He's not suited to rule, and I don't believe he even wants to.
He's got the army behind him.
Which is why he can guarantee peace. Why, a tenuous one, sure, but that's always better than civil war. Besides which, he's deeply in debt to a dwarven bank in which Philippa Eilhart, as sorceress, holds significant stake.
We know Philippa. I mean, if we've played the third game, we do. Also, she's probably a character in the books, I don't know.
I think I've heard enough about politics. Foltest's killer lay in wait in the tower, where the Lavalettes had hidden the royal bastards. He was well informed.
Wait a minute, what were you doing there?
I was protecting the king. After the first attempt, Foltest began treating me as his lucky charm. He ordered me to be at his side during the battle. The dragon separated us from the rest of the army. The killer disguised himself as a monk, a blind one at that. He let Foltest greet his children, waited until I had walked off, then cut the king's throat from ear to ear.
How did he flee?
Jumped out a window into the river below. Yorv with Skoyatel were waiting in a boat. It was planned.
And you're chasing him because he murdered the king?
I was accused of the murder. I need to clear my name. Besides, I looked him in the eye before he escaped. He's a witcher. Then some brave Temerian soldiers showed up, piled on me, and knocked me out.
Save yourselves, good folk! The beast attacks!
We better get out there. Someone's casting spells.
Aw, wanted to stash my stuff.
What sort of sorceress are you? A lot of good you did. Can't you hear me? Why didn't you help him?
He's alive, isn't he?
The beast nearly pulled him in the water while you stood staring like a calf at a shit-covered clover.
Watch your words.
Where's this beast?
Ask her.
Geralt.
Ah, I guess we knew each other.
Oh, look here. Birds of a feather.
Let's say I've heard of you.
Master Witcher, this is foolish. The beast near pulled Sozek into the depths, and you're simply chatting with this damsel.
All right. What happened?
I came to Flotsam to kill the Kayran,
Kayran?
the monster that has effectively blocked the port. A moment ago, I had the good fortune to see it in all its splendor, but the local folk scared it away.
Good fortune? You hear that, Sozek? That was some good fortune for you.
Why's the beast in the port all of a sudden, eh? Summoned by the witch, perchance?
To see it in all its splendor.
I'm tired of your whining. Get out of here.
Ah, as ever. It's the common folk that get ploughed. Come on, lads!
I apologize for interrupting, but I am Louis Merce, and I am chief person in charge of all matters related to monster hunting in Flotsam. It is in this capacity that I must inquire if you're willing to attempt to resolve the problem of our so-called Kayran, the beast that now blocks all trade traffic on the river.
So, Witcher, are we willing?
I usually work alone.
I was here first, and I'll not relinquish this contract. My way or the highway, as the locals put it.
Fine. Your way it is.
You must contact the merchants on the waterfront as regards any rewards. Madame de Tanseville has, I believe, already conducted some preliminary negotiations.
That I have.
In that case, don't let me keep you.
Triss, how long must I wait for you to introduce us?
Sheila de Tanserville, advisor to Queen Zulika of Kovir.
Kovir's a long way north.
True. I had my doubts if the Kayran was worth the journey, but those were dispelled with what it showed today.
Here to hunt down some ingredients?
Triss Merigold, sharp as ever.
You're thinking that...
Troll eyes, ghoul venom, virgin's blood, all those disgusting marvels we take from dying species, to throw into the cauldron at Sabbaths. Right, Triss?
Absolutely. Virgins are a dying breed.
Oh my, your sense of humor seems to be intact too. But enough of these pleasantries. Tell me, Geralt, you saw the tentacle. What do you make of it all?
The beast must be huge. Maybe inhabited one of the Pontar's tributaries before, hunting animals. Then it grew for some reason, and hunger drove it to seek fresh pastures.
And on the Pontar it found trade barges burgeoning with obese, slow-moving merchants. You're partly correct. Cedric claims the Kayran emerged from the northern swamps approximately 1 month past.
Cedric?
An elf. Formerly a Skoyatel. Strange bird. But he knows quite a bit about the area and its living wonders.
I need to look around, find out a few things.
An investigation, witches' rituals, extracting secrets and such.
More or less. I'll talk to the merchants about the reward, pay Cedric a visit, and get back to you.
You'll find me at the inn. I've rented lodgings there, on the upper floor.
You know the inn's also a whorehouse.
Thanks for the warning.
Or the heads up, I suppose. See you later.
Ma always said, go ask the mason to take you as his apprentice. You'll learn a trade, gain respect.
I've always preferred the wandering life. Meet new people, beat some of them up.
Don't tell me you like it, do you?
Not really, it's a shithole. But plenty of folk to beat up.
I think we have a strong man over here. Or maybe a couple of them.
Say something. Or did you just fart?
It's that line again, I tell you.
Going somewhere, friend?
Nah, I thought you might want to fight. You know, something that I have absolutely neglected since the beginning of the game is Swallow here. If I remember, Swallow is the potion. Actions not allowed on this item. Wait, you can't put the potion in the pocket? Really? Can you just use it normally? Oh, right, because the potions... I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. The potions are the proper way in this game, not like they did in The Witcher 3. You need to use them in a campfire before you fight. The Witcher way. It's really good. I love it. It's really fantastic. Hey, gents. Your mom and whatnot.
Trouble.
Mm-hmm. Igor.
You've got it coming.
He says as he sleeps.
Every Witcher has his day.
He's got a bottle of something over there. Do you see that? Either way, we're not doing anything here.
How you like that offer from the Commandant?
I'm in.
Me too.
Not a word more.
Ooh. Toll Collector's House. Oh, is this the house where we come when we have the trophies? He might be outside, actually. That was this dude to the right. What do we have here? It's completely abandoned. Huh. Toll Collector. Might have something to do with the boats. And that's why it's abandoned. The boats don't pass through anymore.
Hey, Whitey. Why'd your hair go white?
It's the chemicals, I think.
Ever seen the river monster, the Kayran?
I have, but I'm not the talkative kind.
Speak up.
The monster's as big as a barn, with giant tentacles. Snatches men from boat decks and cattle off the shore. It's slimy like a snail, but fast as a thirsty vampire.
Well, that settles it then. It says that I have a new ability. When I tried to intimidate those fools that were complaining about the monster, it said I got the new ability of intimidation, and now it said a new ability of a hex of the Axie sign. Is it the Axie? It is. Yeah.
Good day.
To you as well. I don't know what the guard is doing there.
Ah, people.
Psst.
White-haired one. I have an offer for you.
Greetings, white-haired one. I could do with your help. You see, I'm looking for a certain formula.
I'm no herbalist.
I know who you are. I'll be straight. Find the formula and you'll earn a sizable pouch of orans.
Sounds good. What do you want me to do?
The formula is in the hands of a certain shopkeeper.
Can't go and see him yourself?
He deals in incense. One type is particularly popular. I think what he sells is harmful, yet I need the formula to prove it. The scoundrel knows that and is very cautious. Yet I assume you, as a witcher, have your ways?
I'll see what I can do.
I wonder if he's gonna tell about that if I ask him. Kind of want to ask him. So we're in a completely different part of town, I think. And you see a blue marker to our left there? I do think that it's what it is. Green markers are people of interest, or that have dialogue, maybe. And blue marker is the most important person, evidently, being right there. So this is where we came into town. And I haven't looted everything. Quentin de Herre.
Oh, no. I'm not talking to a freak.
Wait a minute.
Be off, or I'll call the guards.
That's kind of funny that Geralt says, "Wait a minute," because it's funny. It's not quite. It doesn't come across as. Ooh. Yeah, you see, I do need to take all this stuff. It doesn't come across as him being surprised or just sort of robbed of his conversational skills, even though that is clearly the intention behind the line. I think it was just supposed to show.
Say something.
That he couldn't even fart, I suppose. Mysterious merchant. Really? Well, that's really nice. Because all I have is an axe. It says additional weapon. Well, he's not the one that I need to talk to, but I don't know what he's doing here. Let's see. So our steel sword... Right there, it's a steel sword. Oh, I see what the difference is. So the additional weapon, basically you can't apply buffs to them. Like, you have things that sharpen the sword or acids and oils. Yeah, this guy doesn't even talk. That's very weird. Anyway, that's good because that way I sell things. And there's a bunch of diagrams here as well. Well, if we ever need them, which we likely will, I know where they are.
Flotsam's got a garrison. You don't need a witcher.
We're out of mutton.
What do you want me to do? Shit a sheep?
We should send for Laredo.
Hey there, Witcher! Are you Geralt of Rivia, sir?
Who's asking?
Thank you, Master, for what you did outside La Valette Castle.
Our family would have perished if not for you. Please accept this modest gift.
Thank you.
May the gods protect you.
Getting paid for, well, deserved work, really, because of the punching. Was that the one that I had to punch a bunch of people because of it, or... I don't know. Either way, good. Rewards. And choices and consequences and all that.
Greetings!
Now you say greetings. Let's see about our room, then. All still having fun?
Come on, nearly got him. Go on, a wee bit more. Change your grip. Humans know as much about arm wrestling as I know about screwing trolls.
Huh, really?
Good to see you, Zoltan. What are you doing so far from home?
It's a dog's life, Geralt, I'll tell you that much. You work your fingers to the bone for 6 years, you listen to the tirades of that old tyrant Breckenrig, you buy jewels. Then she breaks off the engagement. And there I was, learning a gavotte. Fuck it. Out of sight, out of mind. Farewell to Eudora, the forge in Novigrad, and all the world's Breckenrigs. I'm a plain merchant, and I've made my peace with that.
And we can arm wrestle him. Don't know what that does, though.
How are you killing time in this hellhole?
At present, polishing gems for Sheila de Tanzaville. Requires precision, but it's well paid work.
Jewelry?
Not quite. The sorceress is building a magical contraption. Spends her days staring at it. A regular magpie eyeing a collar. But I don't think she's getting anywhere with it. Got so enraged one time she dashed a vase against the wall. Some temperament, those sorceresses. I'm telling you.
Is there a good swordsmith or blacksmith here?
There's a small smithy by the wall. Quite basic. The tools probably remember the conjunction of the spheres, but it'll do for weapon repairs. They also enhance swords with runes and add ornamentation to armor. Just don't do anything that'll make you look like Dandelion at the opening of a new brothel. You could also look in on some merchants. I don't think Laredo's robbed them of everything yet.
When he's referred to the conjunction of the spheres, he's talking about the magical event that fused universes together and made monsters appear. And this was, I think, also when the elves and the dwarves showed up in the world of this place. Because humans are the majority, but they are the majority of the world in the past. But right now, I think it's basically 50-50. It's just that the history of the elves and the history of the dwarves was left behind in their own sphere. I think that's how it works. In The Witcher 3, we delve more into that whole whatever happened there, and it's pretty cool, actually. I remember it's very memorable, the quests that involve that. I don't remember exactly the storyline details and the lore and all that, but I remember the quests well enough.
How are those biceps holding up, Zoltan?
Hard as a bull's bollocks. Arm wrestling's a dwarven pastime.
We ought to try it sometime.
I'll arm wrestle you anytime. Now, even.
Show me those bull's bollocks, then.
Keep the indicator on the yellow field. If the yellow field... Okay, that's interesting. Well, it's not... Oh, there we go. It's just a mouse control. Okay, I can do that.
Your hand's like a vice.
It wasn't easy.
If you ever run into my old mates Yarpin or Sheldon, promise me you'll take them on. They'll be surprised.
I promise.
Do you know someone named Cedric?
Know him? We drank each other under the table last Saturday. I barely made it home.
Where do I find him?
Most times gazing at the forest from a tower near Lobendon. Strange bird, that one, but a heavyweight when it comes to drink.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. That guy's just having a field day. Whoa, wasn't Triss around here just now?
I know you. I can see you're dying to ask me. What is it?
All right, Thessa. What happened to Foltest?
Want to know the version that is yet to make it to Flotsam? The king died in mysterious circumstances. The Witcher Geralt, his sword covered in blood, was discovered standing over his corpse.
Did you kill him? This'll stay between us, I promise.
The killer escaped before I could get him. I'm being set up.
So what are you gonna do? Run around swinging your sword, hoping the killer walks into range?
I don't have to. The killer's in the forest with the Squayatell, and he knows I'm here. We'll find each other.
Geralt, please don't do anything stupid. Don't stick your neck out. If Laredo finds out you were involved in Foltest's assassination...
You gave Vernon a full report on Flotsam. Seen anything unusual around here?
They've got some amazing women at the brothel. You should take a look. One of them.
You know what I mean.
A town like any other. It's got a harbor, an inn, and a stinking muddy river. That's what an ordinary man would see. But we poets also look into people's souls. Things are not good. I saw a robbery sanctioned by law. Town watchmen laughing as they confiscated goods, all the while talking about how they'd finally bring order to the town. I saw drunken thugs beat up an elf woman while no one even flinched. I know these things happen everywhere, but here, it's not motivated by hatred or misguided attempts at meting out justice. People are driven by cold calculation, but always looking for opportunities to get a little richer.